Ram Bairo Gali Franki de Luaradi de Srikarapcha Bahiro Kalianga Kalbandi Hari Mamasa Tuasan Ujadevi Angin Warani
Goon, dame, goon, di, goon, da, dame, diku, don, kata, kati, kata, kadita, kadiku, da, kadame. Digata, gati, gata, goon, dam, digata, regata, digoon, da, ta, da, gat, dita, gat. Buddhang Trailokyanatang Suranaranamitang Ghora Sansara Tirnang Mama Sirasa Munitang Buddharajang Srestang Mama Sirasa Lalate Dharmarajang Sirodang Mama Sakala Sarire Bhusanam Sangakasta Apadaturu Mange Pavanding Atuduri.
My parents migrated to the United States in 1999, just before the Y2K. I've not been in the island for 15 years now, and so much has changed within that time period. I wanted to know more about where I came from, and that is why I'm here. I am excited to see where this journey takes me. I suppose things were much different when I left the country. I don't remember much, but I remember the fear the Civil War had caused on our people. It's nice to see that my people are finally recovering from that gruesome period. Wanting to know more, as any tourist would, I walked into a colorful store called Lakpana, where I thought I could find Sri Lanka in a nutshell. To my satisfaction, Lakpahana was indeed a one-stop tourist terminus. I'm sure my friends back in the US would love to see some of these ornaments. Coming across the plethora of masks here, it brought back my childhood memories. I was always very scared, but also very intrigued by them. Why not explore them now, while I'm here? When I asked the store manager for more information about the masks, he very kindly introduced me to Dr. Lionel Bentarage. He is in fact a professor at the University of Visual and Performing Arts in Colombo. He spoke for hours and hours about the hidden rituals behind these masks. He even agreed to introduce me to a senior professor at the art faculty who had authored several books on masks. Through our conversations, my intrigue escalated. I wanted to know more. Dr. Bentarage is a part of a troupe that performs these rituals around Sri Lanka. I was invited to go to Kegol, a town not far away from Colombo, to witness them perform. When I arrived, I was surprised to see that the townfolk was also as excited as me to witness the rituals. I had a backstage pass thanks to Mr. Bentarage, and I was privileged enough to be a part of the rituals from the best seats available. As dusk turned to dark and the rituals continued, I had more and more questions that arose in my mind.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ගැමි ජනහැදිලි ඇදහිලි විශ්වාස දිහා බලනකොට
The folk belief system in Sri Lanka is as old as its origins. We have found that there were primitive beliefs and systems even before Buddhism was introduced to Sri Lanka by Mahinda Thero. They used to believe in gods, demons, astrological elements. Rituals were performed surrounding these beliefs and systems. We see that our ancestors accepted Buddhism and included it in their rituals. When we look at the chants associated with these rituals, we see that they were structured and molded by giving Buddhism priority and getting appreciation.
ඉතා දැඩිව සමීප සබඳතාවක් ගොඩනැගිලා තියෙනවා.
I then wanted to know why the scholars thought the masks were originated.
We see that masks are being used by different cultures around the world. We believe that there are a few main reasons for this. Firstly, it's used for safety. Either during battle or hunting, people used masks to protect themselves. Secondly, masks were used to instigate fear in an opponent. Then masks were also used to transform oneself into another. These are the main reasons as to why we see masks were used in different cultures.
තුන්වෙනි කාරණාව තමයි තමන් වෙනත් පුද්ගලයෙක් හැටියට පෙනී සිටින්න උවමනා වුණාම වෙස්මුණු පාවිච්චි කරා. ඔය කියන කාරණා අනුව තමයි බොහෝ දුරට වෙස්මුණු භාවිතය ලෝකෙ පුරා සිද්ධ වෙලා තියෙන්නේ ආගමික සම්බන්ධතාවයත් එක්ක. බුදු පිළිමයක් හදන්න ගියාම බුදු පිළිමේ මානක ක්‍රම තියෙනවා.
When creating a statue of Buddha, there are specific measurements that are being used. From the forehead to the chin is considered as one base measurement. 9 or 10 times of this base measurement is to be used to determine the height of a deity statue or Buddha statue according to scriptures. The base measurement is divided into 3 equal parts, from the forehead to the chin. This is the standard measuring technique used in sculptures and art across Sri Lanka and even India. Masks are also constructed according to these base measurements. This helps bring liveliness to the masks.
මේ ශාස්ත්‍රයට අනුව තමයි වෙස්මුණ නිර්මාණය කරන්නේ. එතකොට වෙස්මුණට තියෙන අර ජීව ලක්ෂණ, ජීව ගුණය ඉස්මතු වෙලා එනවා අර ක්‍රමවේද පරිහරණය කිරීම තුළ.
මේ වත් පිළිවෙත් ඇදහිලි වලට වරින් වර මේ රටින් අපේ අසල්වැසි
People migrating from India, such as Andhra Pradesh or Kerala, brought their own belief systems with them. Those beliefs generally contributed to our belief systems over the years. They have now become an intricate part of our rituals, although we still can't exactly trace the origins of these masks.
ඒවා අපේ යම් ආකාරයට එකතු වෙලා අපේ රටේ තියෙන ඇදහිලිත් මේවත් එකට සම්මිශ්‍රණය වෙලා දැන් අපේ බවට පත් වෙච්ච ශාන්තිකරණ පද්ධතියක් ගොඩනැගිලා තියෙන ඒවා මූලික කරගෙන.
එතකොට මේ වෙස්මුණු වල පාවිච්චිය මොන කාලවකවානුවේ උනාද කියලා ස්ථිර වශයෙන්ම කියන්න පුළුවන් කමක් නැහැ. නමුත් මේ මෙවැනි යාග
Various demons have been anthropomorphized and people associate various colors with them. Kaluyaka is a black demon. Ririyaka is associated with red. Mahasona is a demon with slot's head.
ඒ මානසික බිය අපේ ඉන්නවා විවිධාකාර යක්කු කළුයකා රීරියකා සන්නියකා මහසෝන්‍යකා ඔය වගේ යක්කු. එතකොට ඒ එක එක යකාට එක එක ප්‍රතිරූප දීලා තියෙනවා. කළුයකා කිව්වම කළු වර්ණයි.
So in order to take on this character, the shaman has to dress up as this demon. Having a mask created in the shape of this demon makes this an easier task when the rituals are performed. For example, in Saniyakuma, we use a large amount of masks. There are 18 Sani, in accordance with Ayurveda, which means 18 ailments. Each of these ailments is represented by a demon, and each mask is created with elements of the ailment. So after one part of the ailment is performed, it makes it easier for the shaman to then take on the next character backstage. Which is also why we think masks became quite prevalent in these rituals.
රිකත ගත්ත දෙකත ගතිකත ගත්ත දෙකත දොතක දික්කුන් දැක්ක දැන් ගත්ත ගුම් දොකත ගතිකත ගතිකත දෙකත ගතිකත ගතිකත දොතක දික්කුන් දැක්ක දැන්.
Could you explain to me what a Shanti karma is?
අපේ රටේ ප්‍රධාන හැටියට පවතින ශාන්ති කර්ම වර්ග තුනක් තියෙනවා.
Shanti karma means rituals. We have three main categories of Shanti karma. These rituals are performed by the demons we believe that exist as exorcisms. The next, we believe in certain astrological elements and consider them godly, and we perform rituals in order to avoid malevolence caused by them. Lastly, in agricultural societies, they believe that unseen forces cause various climate-related issues, and they too are considered godly. Rituals are also performed to satisfy them.
ළඟට අනවශ්‍ය විදියට ලොකු නියඟයක් ආවොත් අස්වනු පාළු වෙලා යනවා. ළඟට මේ අස්වනු වලට වැළඳෙන විවිධාකාර රෝග තියෙනවා. මේවා සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ මේ උපෙනේන දේව කොට්ටාසයක බලපෑම තියෙනවා කියලා විශ්වාස කරලා මෙන්න මේ හැමුවෙන් දෙවියන් සඳහා පවත්වන ශාන්ති කර්ම කරනකුත්
How many forms of rituals do exist in Sri Lanka?
Within Sri Lanka, according to the different religions, we have up-country, low-country, Sabaragamu, dance rituals. To this day, they are being practiced in their respective regions in accordance with each school of dance they belong to. If I'm to explain further, low-country dance is primitive in districts such as Gaul, Mathura, Hambantota, Kalutara. Among them, the most performed rituals are for the demons. Rituals performed for demons are broken down to four main parts. One would be Sani, element cursing, demons ritual. The next is Sunyam, Melivi violence, breaking ritual. Another would be Mahason, sloth-headed, demon ritual. Lastly, the Rata demon rituals. Mainly what is done in these rituals is that they perform various acts for the particular demons involved in the respective ritual. The intentions behind these to console a person is being inflicted by the particular demon, and the demon would be vanquished from this person who is tormented by the demon.
අපේ රටේ දෙවියන් හා සම්බන්ධ ශාන්තිකරණ පද.
We also have rituals associated with different gods and deities. They have performed in hopes of receiving rains on time for crops, and in other vanquish certain short-term epidemics such as chickenpox that come with the climate change. We believe that gods have a hand to play in these epidemics, so rituals are performed to satisfy them. Especially there are rituals performed for the goddess Patini and the devil god. There is an interesting bird story performed for the goddess Patini. Recites chant. It says that in her 7th life she was born through a mango. This storyline is elaborated and performed during the ritual. Among other rituals, there are Gammadu, Devil Madu, Punnu Madu that is performed around the stories.
පූනා මඩු මේ ආදි වශයෙන් මඩු ශාන්තිකරණ රාශිය.
ඒකම දැටි වුණා. නෑ ඒ තරම් හොඳයි. හොඳ නැතුව. හොඳයි කියන්නේ ඔයාලගේ දමිල්ල ටොපයි. ආයි. බලු බලකොට බලන්න බෑ ගන්දස්කාරේ. කොහොදරුව කොහොනිත් එකයි. එකක් උඩ නිතරම කරකවෙන්න ඕන. කරකවෙන්න ගහ.
Could you also tell me a little bit about Kolam, where masks are also used?
ශාන්ති කර්මයක මූලික බලාපොරොත්තුව තියෙන්නේ ශාන්තිමය ගුණයක්.
The main intention in Shanti Karma is to bring about a feeling of peace and blessing. In Kolam, the intention is to entertain audiences. It's a pure form of folk drama with elaborate storylines intended for audience entertainment.
කොලම් නාට්‍ය.
They have used stories where the audience can learn a certain lesson from them.
ඒ කතාන්තරවලට බොහෝ දුරට යොදාගෙන තියෙන සාමාන්‍ය මිනිස්සුන්ට යම් ආදර්ශයක් ලබා දිය හැකි කතාන්තර.
ගෙදර සංගීතනා වෙතටයි ඔබ
ඒක වෙන නියුමක් ඒ. මේ පැත්තේ. මේ පැත්තෙන් බලහන් පොඩ්ඩක්.
විශේෂ නිවේදනයයි
මේ පැත්ත හැරිලා. මම අන්න බලා ගන්නවා.
I was having trouble understanding how Buddhism was so easily mingled into these rituals.
පැරණි ආගම හැටියට පැවතුනේ ඔය යක්ෂ දේව ඇදහිලි.
Our ancestors, religions and belief systems revolved around demons and gods. The belief systems of the Vedas or the indigenous people were prevalent among settlers in Sri Lanka. But after Buddhism arrived, people didn't give up on their previous belief systems. They reinvented them through the eyes of Buddhism. Even in Buddhism, that was introduced to us had certain godly origins to it. It was already mixed with Hinduism. The Brahma, Vishnu Maheshwara concept in which Brahma was the creator of Vishnu as the guardian of Buddhism was already instigated when it arrived to us. Even the god Skanda was worshipped as Buddhist deity.
ආරක්ෂකයා පවත්වාගෙන යන්නේ. බුද්ධාගම ආරක්ෂා කරලා පවත්වාගෙන යන බාර දුන්නේ විෂ්ණුට. විෂ්ණු තමයි බුද්ධ ශාසනය ආරක්ෂා කරන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ බෞද්ධමය මුහුණුවර.
So most Hindu gods who were already being worshipped in Buddhism was also embraced along with our own belief systems.
දෙවි කෙනෙක් හැටියට ආරෝපණය කරලා තමයි මේ වත් පිළිවෙත් පවත්වන්නේ. එතකොට හින්දු ආගමට සම්බන්ධ බොහොමයක් දේව කොටාස බෞද්ධ දේවවරු හැටියටත් මේ පාරිහාරික තත්ත්වයේ පවත්වාගෙන යනවා.
අපේ ශාන්ති කර්මය
In our own Shanti Karma, before we begin, we first recite a chant for Buddha.
ලෝකනාතං සුරනර නමිතං ඝෝර සංසාර තීර්ණං මේ ආදි වශයෙන් ශ්ලෝක වලින් කියනවා. යටන් මම සිරස මුනීන්ද්‍රං බුද්ධ රාජං ශ්‍රේෂ්ඨං මම සිරස ලලාටේ ධර්ම රාජං නිරෝධං මම සකල ශරීරේ භූෂණම් සංගකත්වා අපදතු නුරුවන්ගේ පාවඳින් අත් මුදුන් දී මේ වගේම
As such as to worship Lord Buddha, there are elaborate chants and poems which are recited at the beginning before any ritual is started to worship the triple gem, the Buddha Dhamma and the Sangha.
එතකොට මේ යාග පද්ධතියට එකතු වෙලා තියෙන දේව සමූහය
Most deities worshipped in these rituals are gods and deities we see in Hinduism. There is a four-god grace system: Vishnu, Kadragama, Saman and Patini. In this only the god Saman is native to Sri Lanka. The rest of the three gods are introduced to us from India, but they have been given a Buddhistic expression. Buddhistic qualities have been instigated upon these gods and they are worshipped as such. Buddha is above all gods. His grace is described and explained to people through the gods and the demons. Buddha is first appreciated and worshipped, and through his grace the rituals are performed.
සියලු දේවල් දෝෂ අන්ධකාර දුරු කරන්නේ. ඒ හින්දා ඒ බුදුන් වහන්සේට ප්‍රමුඛත්වය මේ යාග සාහිත්‍ය තුල ලබා දීලා තියෙනවා.
One thing that was evident to me through this exploration was how cleverly our ancestors used Mass to communicate with the people's subconscious mind. They used Buddha, gods, demons, chants and elaborate rituals to convince a sick person that he will be cured of his ailments. Fire was used to symbolize the abolishment of the demons causing the ailments. This to me is an ancient form of psychotherapy that helped people get on with the difficulties of their lives and also added some spice and flavor to it. This journey has given me an insight to the lives of my people. Dusk turned to dark, and dark turned to dawn. The great ritual was coming to an end with the Mahakola Sanya. Day by day, we come to learn new information about our existence. These great traditions that are morphed with these beautiful artifacts will always be a part of me. It is a part of my culture. It is a part of my heritage. would do everything in my power to preserve it for generations to come.